And welcome to the show. You are listening to What You Got podcast. I am broadcasting from Cal State University, Long Beach, here in 22 West radio station. Beautiful station here on campus at Long Beach State. If you've been following us, we've gone over a lot of different things. In our last episode, we had two student leaders actually who work on this campus come on the show and share with us situations that they've been able to get through, and then being able to find positives and work through it and remember the situations that you have been in, good, bad, and otherwise, and get out. And we're going to continue on that today. Today, we are talking about fighting the good fight. And what does that mean? Fighting the good fight, to sum it up real quick for you, is to never give up. You want to keep fighting the good fight, right? So we've all had situations in our lives that have put us back, that have given us a step back, shot to the gut, knocked the wind out of us, whatever may have you. And maybe we didn't get up right away. Maybe it took some time. Maybe we never wanted to get up. Maybe we wanted to call it quits right then and there. After trying again, we wanted to call it quits. But we never really do, right? As long as we're still breathing, walking, able to try something new, able to go out and try again, share our stories, go see counseling, whatever it may be, we're still fighting. And so today's episode is all about fighting the good fight. You never want to give in, even when the times seem like they're at their worst, even when the toughest is at its toughest. Because again, what you have around you is you have a lot of people that you might even know that are in your corner. Family, friends, coworkers. You know, there might be a whole other community that you haven't even tapped into yet that's out there that is willing to fight for you and go to bat for you, to keep you going. Almost like a boxer, you got your corner. You know, you got your coach, you got your doc, you got a whole group of people that are going to motivate you and cheer you on until the final bell whistle has gone off. And the only time that happens for us is when we're dead in the ground. And again, it's all going to happen to us eventually. But, if you're listening to this, it's not your time. This is your time to get through whatever you need to get through, right? Life has its peaks and its valleys. Some people might be at a peak right now and enjoying life. And, be grateful, have gratitude, be humble, because there will be some valleys along the way. And for those of you who are in a valley right now, it is an uphill climb. It's an uphill climb. But again, you're given tools and resources around you, including your own brain. Sometimes it may work against you, but there's times and you'll be able to find ways for it to work for you. And again, it's having gratitude. It's having a little bit of a game plan, right? Not to overwhelm yourself, but figuring out small baby steps of things you can do to start climbing out of that, that hole, that valley. So for me personally, we want to take a lot of credit for the things that we do, right? And you do get credit for a lot of the things that you do because you still have to do them, right? You can have all the resources, you can have all the friends, family, whatever, but you still have to make decisions. You still have to take steps forward. You still have to have a mindset to be able to get yourself out of whatever funk that you're in, right? And whether it's anxiety or depression or health battles, mental battles, physical battles that you're going through, you're gonna have to do and pull some of that work, and climb that mountain. And but when you get up there, it's a beautiful sight. When you get up to the top. And that's where you can really soak it all in, because you look back and go, wow, I can't believe I made it through all that. There was so many times that I wanted to give up on myself and really give up on the people around me. And sometimes that's what keeps us going, fighting that good fight, is we don't want to give up on the people who believed in us when we didn't believe in ourselves, right? So, some people, it's family, friends, coworkers, other groups that you have around. It could be, faith. It could be faith in God. It could be another religion that you're in tune with. a life group, anything that has made you feel like there is still life to live, that there's still something to strive for, that there's still a reason to get up tomorrow, right? And sometimes we just want to lay there and curl up and just say, man, I just need a day, or I just need a week. And it's important during that time to not hurt ourselves worse, right? There's a difference between resting and setting ourselves back even more by doing things that are disastrous to our health, our mental well-being, physically, taking care of yourself physically, not doing any harm to yourself in any way, not getting carried away or too extreme with anything. But as hard as it is sometimes, is being able to kind of just rest and soak it all in. And it's okay to not feel okay. But you got to keep telling yourself that you're fighting a good fight and to keep going. And to keep going doesn't mean you always have to take steps forward. Sometimes it's maintaining. Sometimes it's wandering. You know, I think for the first time in my life not that long ago, I was asked to write down, what are your 3 goals for the next 5 years? It was the first, and I'm a very planner when it comes to this is what I want to do in life. These are the things I want to accomplish. It's the first time in my life where I really had to sit there and go, man, I don't know. And it kind of put me back where, again, I'm wandering. I'm a little lost right now. But am I doing things that are hurting myself? You know, I would say that there have been some times I made, some like, not so much bad choices, but maybe reserve back to like old lazy habits or habits that are easy versus challenging myself to take those baby steps. Again, they don't have to be massive challenges. You're not trying to move Earth right now. You're just trying to take baby steps in the right direction. So whether that's going to bed a half hour earlier without looking at your phone and getting FOMO from Instagram, or passing on that cake one night, or actually going up for a workout, or reading the book instead of watching The Simpsons, all these little things. It's really easy to do the easy things, but can you take a deep breath and say, okay, I know this is something that it's going to take a little bit more effort right now, but at the end of the day, I know this is going to, hopefully start a little bit momentum. If you do it 1 day, 2 days, maybe 3 out of 4, 4 out of 5, 5 out of 7 type of thing, where you're not going to be perfect, but are you making small strides to get back to a place where you feel more like yourself, right? And that's where we want to get to, and that's what fighting the good fight is all about, is making ways to really get to the point where you feel like yourself again. Because what happens is when we're lost, when we're feeling down in the dumps, when we feel the pressure of the world on our shoulders, and again, that anxiety, that depression kicks in hardcore, you don't feel like yourself. You feel lost. You feel like you're just walking through life and the days are just flying by and nothing's happening for you. Or you just feel like you're really hurting yourself by not doing anything in life, while you see, again, either other people doing cool things or having those relationships or getting the jobs or whatever. And again, it's important not to focus on that so much. You need to be present with yourself and meet yourself where you're at right now. And that's part of fighting that good fight. You got to meet yourself where you're at, but you can't give up. Okay? Have your day where you pull over that flannel blanket and watch your favorite Netflix show, but make a promise for yourself tomorrow that you'll do something, right? Don't keep putting it off, but mark a date. Say, like, this day I'm going to do this, and actually go out and do it. Don't do anything else until you do that one thing or those 2 things, right? And then you can reward yourself. And again, try to make it a healthy habit type reward, right? It could be having maybe that, one little healthy chocolate treat or whatever it may be. But just do things that are going to put you in a good spot. Because what a lot of us go through is we go back to those old easy habits, and it's sort of taking care of ourselves. It's a comfort zone, but we're not fighting for ourselves. We're giving up in small ways, right? We're not giving up the big fight yet. We're kind of avoiding the fight, right? We're walking around our demons. We're avoiding our fears. We are just not facing ourselves in the mirror where we can look at ourselves. And again, we want to be able to forgive ourselves. We want to be able to love ourselves more than anything. But can you look yourself in the mirror and say, at least I'm giving it an effort. At least I'm trying a little bit. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not giving up. I'm trying. I'm giving it my effort. Cry, punch a wall, whatever you got to do. But try again. And again, be open to people. You know, your close people, friends, family, whatever. You know, share some of the things you're going on, because the people that you trust, you know, whether they're giving you opinions, advice, they're just listening to you, getting that stuff out off your chest is going to be helpful as well. You don't want it to just internally bog you down to where you feel like you have no outlet, because again, when you're lost, when you're stuck, when you're frustrated, you know, it's hard to do things. You need those resources. You need help. You need to have people in your corner backing you, pushing you, guiding you, giving you a path, right? They're not walking it for you. You got to walk that path. You got to fight your fight. But they'll go to battle with you, right? They'll guide you into a better place. And, you know, it's kind of up to you to follow that. You don't want to fight that. You don't want to give excuses, right? You can share some of your frustrations of what are going down, but you don't want to just throw it away or, you know, find ways to not do certain things or not face certain things. Because the things that you face, those fears, those things that are intimidating, the things that make you hesitate, the things that you don't want to do, right? They always say that's where growth happens. But for this situation, we're not looking for growth. We're just trying to find ourselves again. And then we can grow after that. When you get up to that mountaintop, and it doesn't have to be a mountain, it could be a hill. You could hit a nice plateau even from the valley that you were in. And again, I was there not that long ago. You know, I think I'm getting back on the mountain. I'm not quite where I want to be, but I was in a valley. I was in a pit. You know, they call it quicksand. Sometimes the faster you try to get out, the deeper you sink. But again, if you're able to slowly find ways to get out, that plateau, you're able to see the horizon a little bit, you know? And sometimes that's all you need, just to have a little bit of hope, a little bit of self-confidence. It doesn't have to be the big self-confidence where you walk around with your chest out and your chin up thinking you're hot stuff, but just a little bit of confidence to say, you know what, I give myself hope. You know, there's chances for me. There's opportunities for me. Maybe I didn't get this one right. Maybe I didn't get that one right. I learned something from this one. I learned something from that. But, you know, that momentum, right, to keep going is what's important. We want to keep fighting. It's not our time yet. Unless we're buried in the ground by something else that's a factor that's not us, right? Hopefully all natural death when we're, you know, 80s, 90s, into the hundreds, right? Because this life is a gift. I mean, we have anxiety because we focus on what's coming ahead and trying to anticipate and guess, and it's causing us a lot of draining energy because we don't think we're good enough or whatever it may be. And then depression, again, you're looking at the past of like, what is, why that, all that stuff, right? But the present is a gift. Think of the word. It's a present. This life, this moment that you're in, this is a present. This is your gift, right? So give yourself a gift and fight the good fight. Fight the fight to give yourself the best opportunity to be you, to do what you want to do, to be happy in life, to have joy in your heart, and to go about life just within your best self, right? It doesn't have to be conquering the world. It doesn't have to be making millions of dollars. It doesn't have to be the successful business or whatever it may be. It's just having joy and spreading joy to others in your life, people that you care about, helping out strangers, helping out your community, doing something new, trying something different, putting yourself out there a little bit. As scary as it is, like at the end of the day, we don't want to look back and go, wow, that was, I just didn't do anything. And again, we've all been there, but we can't change the past. It's what are we going to do about what's coming up? And I don't want to say future because, again, we freak out with that anxiety piece. But it's more so like, in this present moment, do I feel joyful and can I spread that joy? There's no pressure to it. It's just being happy and showing, the world that you're happy, right? You don't have to flaunt it, but just vibe off it, and that will spread, because there is a secret to this, right? And the secret is if you have joy in your heart, life will figure that out. The universe will feel that vibe from you, and again, you'll see the tides change a little bit, and it's not going to be just perfectly straight uphill. It's going to be like this, but like a stock, it'll kind of work its way up. So I encourage you, don't give up. Fight the good fight. Give yourself a chance. People love you. And just give it your all. It doesn't have to be your all every day, but at the end of the day, when I say the end of the day, when you look back on your whole journey, take all those chances that you wanted to. Live the life for yourself and be able to smile at it. This is your journey. This is your story. No one else's. Don't let anybody else tell you what you can and can't do. Don't let anybody put you down. Don't let yourself put yourself down. Don't listen to that negativity. Don't listen to those demons in your head. Everything that you think when those negative thoughts come out, cut it off. That doesn't exist. Tell that voice, no, I'm not listening to you anymore. I want to fight this fight for me. I'm going to fight the good fight until I can't fight anymore. Then I can look back and say, I gave it my all. That's what it means to give it your all. It's just to fight the fight for you. So I hope you enjoy this. We're going to go out with the song by the Interrupters. It's called Title Holder from their album called Fight the Good Fight. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, because we are what you got. You got us. You got love. It's there for you. Again, don't give up. Fight the good fight. Take care, everybody. Live like a warrior. Bring it down. Push up.